Car post. I hope you can hear me okay. Actually, I think my Bluetooth picked this up. But, dude, you have so much power in your intention. And no, this message isn't for everybody, this particular message. But we all have so much power in our intention. Some of you are poised, I guess, slated to pick this up, this message, and run with it and leverage it. And it's your choice for the greater good, for, personal interests, etc., right? This is where all those rumors of spell casting and witchcraft come from. This is real to a degree, but here's the thing. Instead of being afraid of it, let's learn how to utilize it, first of all. Second of all, recognize that it's being utilized already against you at all times. There are people in high up places who hire professionals to remote view, to intuit, to tap in, to not just tap your phone, like wire it, but like to tap your space, to be in the room with you. And I'm not talking you, regular civilian, because we are probably not that interesting. However, there are those of us who are interesting, and there are those of us who are doing things, who are causing flags, and are of interest. Anyway, why am I mentioning this? This was such a benign message when I came up with it, like why I got on the horn here to talk. Simply in the context of the use of plants, essential oils, foods, or your water. I was specifically thinking about the use of essential oils and how I leverage them now and again to support an emotional change. And what that looks like is I smell it, even if I'm not around it, or I get it, just the name prints itself on my mind's eye, and I can see it, and it's like, okay, go grab that. Don't even know what for, don't know what its properties are, don't know what the quote-unquote ailment is that we're going to neutralize, but if I speak it and I share it, not only, there's so many things right here. Okay, let me just take a moment. If I share it, which takes practice, right? Note to self, share what you know, trust what is shared with you, trust what comes. If I share it, when it is shared, the person then can harmonize with the frequency of it, even if it's not physically present for them. That's pretty cool. That is intention-based, and it's also just a true non-physical law. I guess you would call that a quantum law. When you apply your focus to a thing or two things, say a person and an agent, like I'm thinking of Copaiba essential oil, for example. They harmonize, they calibrate, so to speak, to each other. It's really that the human is calibrating to the oil. I don't see it going the other way, to be honest with you. But I bet there is a harmonization happening wherein there is collaborative calibration. Just don't see it that way. So, but I don't need to know. Here's the other fun thing. I, the practitioner, don't need to know the ailment that is being addressed or the kink that is being neutralized, which I think is just beautiful. Just trust the guidance and allow it to bypass the conscious mind. Isn't that rad? Like it excites me just to talk about it. So if the person were to have that oil, Copaiba, it's just coming to my mind, and to apply it, smell it, engage with it, physically interact with it, whether they open the bottle or don't open the bottle, which is kind of fun too, there are frequencies that, again, that person's system communicates with. And, same thing can happen as it does remotely in physical form. So That's pretty rad, right? Also, in the craft of blending essential oils, like let's say, I don't know, this is where it gets a little fuzzy, but let me just try and get the point across here. Here's the point. All that's needed is for you to intend for right order, those are my words, to predominate, to abound, to ensue. All that is needed is for you to take pause, get still, and harmonize or connect with your material. And it's really a bypassing the mind kind of a thing. Like, you don't need to think about it. But you also need to disengage the mind and cannot be thinking about something else, because that's not full focus on this other thing. That's the important critical piece. That's the piece that I was trying to convey in a recent message about focus, is that it is very easy for us to split our energy. In fact, we've been trained, I'd say abused, beaten down really with overstimulation over a couple of generations, I'd say, to that's desensitized our ability to focus on a thing. Our focus, your focus, is your most valuable currency. Someone said that to me at a yoga retreat. His name was Todd Vogt, and that stuck. It was like zing. I've also heard Esther Hicks say something very, very similar. This is not new, and yet it is so core, and it's time we pick that up again and get serious about it. Get serious about it. Make that yours again. Yeah. Because there's a lot we can do with that, and other people are already doing things with that are not in service to you. And it's not personal, but it's happening. So make your personal investment in yourself personal. Give a damn, give a bigger damn, and take action for yourself. Take the time when you sit down to eat something or drink something good for you, or something that you don't think of as good for you, and harmonize with it. Just do it. It doesn't take long. I mean, really, like, that long. I just harmonized with something. You know what I mean? But it's just, I see it as like, okay, I've got my focus just on a bunch of different things at once. I'm noticing this, I'm noticing that, da-da-da-da. It's just bringing my energy back to center. Everything aligns. I bring my full conscious awareness to this thing. It just takes a second. Pretty cool, right? Let's build that muscle, because this is a muscle that we're going to need later. It is. We're gonna need it. We're really gonna need it. That's what I'm hearing. Don't know what it means. Doesn't matter. We're not supposed to know right now, but we're gonna need it later. So let's hone this skill.